Om Sri Sai Nadaya Namaha. Today we are in chapter 43-44. Baba's passing away continued. Preparation of Samadhi Mandir. Breaking of the brick 72 hours Samadhi. Jog Sannyas. Baba's nectar like words. Previous preparation. It is a general practice amongst the Hindus that when a man is about to die, some good religious scripture is read out to him with the object that his mind should be withdrawn from worldly things and fixed in spiritual matters, so that his future progress should be natural and easy. Everybody knows that when King Parikshit had his Hemad Pant replies that saints incarnate in this world with the express mission of saving the poor, helpless people, and when they embody themselves and act with the people, they act like them. That is, outwardly they laugh, play, and cry like all other people, but inwardly they are wide awake to their duties and mission. 72 hours of Samadhi. 32 years before this, that is 1886, Baba made an attempt to cross the borderline on a Margashira Purnima. Baba suffered from a severe attack of asthma. To get rid of it, Baba decided to take his pran high up and go into Samadhi. He said to Bhagat Mahalsapati, protect my body for 3 days. If I return, it will be all right. If I do not, bury my body in that open land and fix 2 flags there as a mark. After saying this, Baba fell down at about 10 p.m. His breathing stopped as well as his pulse. It seemed as if his pran left the body. All the people, including the villagers, came there and wanted to hold an inquest and bury the body in the place pointed by Baba. But Mahalsapati prevented this. With Baba's body on his lap, he sat full 3 days guarding it. After 3 days passed, Baba showed signs of life at 3 a.m. His breathing commenced, the abdomen began to move, his eyes opened and stretching his limbs. Baba returned to conscious again. From this and other accounts, let the readers consider whether Sai Baba was a 3.5 cubits body that he occupied for some years and that he left thereafter, or he was a self inside. The body composed of the 5 elements is perishable and transient, but the self within is their thing, absolute reality, which is immortal and intransient. This pure being consciousness or Brahma, the ruler and controller of the senses and mind, is Sai. This pervades all things in the universe and there is no space without it. For fulfilling his mission, he assumed the body, and after it was filled, he threw away the body and assumed his infinite aspect. Sai ever lives, as also the previous incarnation of God Dattatreya, Sri Narasimha Saraswati of Gangapur. His passing away is only an outward aspect, but in reality he pervades all animate and inanimate things and is their inner controller and ruler. This can be and is even now experienced by many who surrender themselves completely to him and worship him with wholehearted devotion. Though it is not possible for us to see Baba's form now onwards, but if we go to Shirdi, we shall find his beautiful lifelike portrait adoring the masjid. This has been drawn by Shamrao Jaikar, a famous artist and well-known devotee of Baba. To an imaginative and devout spectacle, this portrait can give even today the satisfaction of taking Baba's darshan. Though Baba has no gross body now, he lives there and everywhere and will affect the welfare of the devotees even now as he was doing before. When he was embodied, saints like Baba never die. Though they look like men, they are in reality God himself. Babu Sahib Jog Sannyas. Hemad Pant closes this chapter with the account of Jog Sannyas. Sakaram Hari alias Bapu Sahib Jog was uncle of the famous Varkhari Vishnu Bhuva Jog of Pune. He had no issue. After his retirement from government service in 1909, he came and lived in Shirdi with his wife. Both husband and wife loved Baba and spent all their time in worshipping and serving Baba. After Megha's death, Bapu Sahib daily did the Aarati ceremony in the masjid and Chavadi till Baba's Mahasamadhi. He was also entrusted with the work of reading and explaining Dhyaneshwari and Eknath Bhagwat in Satiswada to the audience. After serving for many years, Jog asked Baba, I have served you so long, my mind is not yet calm and composed. How is it that my contact with saints has not improved me? When will you bless me? Hearing the Bhakta's prayer, Baba replied, in due time your bad actions will be destroyed. Your merits and demerits will be reduced to ashes, and I shall consider you blessed when you will renounce all attachments, conquer lust and sense of taste, and getting rid of all impediments, serve God wholeheartedly and resort to the begging bowl. After some time, Baba's words came true. His wife predeceased him, and as he had no other attachment, he became free and accepted sannyas before his death and realized the goal of his life. Baba's nectar-like words. The kind and merciful Sai Baba said many a time the following sweet words in the masjid. He who loves me most always sees me. The whole world is desolate. The whole world is desolate to him without me. He who tells no stories but mine, he ceaselessly meditates upon me and always chants my name. I feel indebted to him who surrenders himself completely to me and ever remembers me. I shall repay his debt by giving him salvation. I am dependent on him who thinks and hungers after me and who does not eat anything without first offering it to me. He who thus comes to me becomes one with me, just as a river gets to the sea and becomes merged. So, living out pride and egoism and with no trace of them, you should surrender yourself to me. Who is seated in your heart? Who is this me? Sai Baba expounded many a time. Who's this me? He said, you need not go far in search of me. Bearing your name and form there exists in you as well as in all beings. Essence of being or consciousness of existence. That is myself. Knowing this, you see me inside yourself as well as in all beings. If you practice this, you will realize all pervasiveness and thus attain oneness with me. Hemad Pant therefore requests the readers humbly and lovingly that they should love and respect all gods, saints and devotees. Has not Baba often said, he who carps and cavils at others pierces me in the heart and injures me, but he that suffers and endures pleases me most. Baba thus pervades all beings and creatures. He likes nothing but love to all beings. Such nectar, pure auspiciousness, ambrosia always flowed from Baba's lips. He therefore concludes, those who lovingly sing Baba's fame and those who hear the same with devotion, both become one with Sai. Bo to Sri Sai, peace be to all.